Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing, let me see what it's called. Finally Fall book tag, and I found this on Stargazers-Online. I don't think she came up with it, but it is what we're going to be going through. I'm trying to project my voice extra hard today because I don't want to, let me put this in. Because I don't want to use the microphone, it's an extra pain in the butt, and I want to be going back and forth to grab books right now. But anyways, I have 9 questions on here. There's a 10th question. The 10th question was, false cozy. What do you do to get cozy while you're reading? Or like, what cozy accessories you use? My answer is blanket. I also like annotating. I feel like that could be an answer. I'm wearing a cardigan because I got dressed instead of staying in my pajamas today. So yeah. The first question is, in fall the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. Background for this one. I am not visual at all. I do not pay attention to the settings very much in books. So I picked ones that I kind of like, I remember the settings more. So I first picked Frieren. I don't really remember why I picked that, but it just feels right. So we're gonna go with that. I also have Sands of Deceit by Celeste Baxendale. I can just kind of like, I can imagine. Like, I know the gardens, I know the creepy room, and then I know the, like, I don't know, I remember the setting of that pretty good. And then, I'm going to put my books away as I talk. And then I also have Emily Wilde, specifically the first one. It just stuck out to me. I really like the small town setting in this. I think it's really well done in this particular book. But yeah. Next question. Nature is beautiful, but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written, but deals with heavy topics like grief. So first I have The Paper Managere. I mean, when something says it's beautifully written, I have to go with The Paper Managere. Like, obviously, it is the most beautifully written literature I have ever read. And if you want to find good prose, you can open any page in this and you'll find something amazing. But yeah, this is really good. And it does have stories where it covers grief. But yeah, there's that. I also put The Dead of Time. I just read that. This is a Harry Potter fan fiction. It was so beautifully written. It's not, I have a whole 30-minute vlog, but it's not drop dead gorgeously written like The Paper Managere is, but there's just something so perfect about it, and it handles the topics so well, and it's a little masterpiece. It's actually a very big masterpiece. It took me months to read, and I say this as someone who in this past year read 20 books in 1 month. So yeah. Then I have The Bluest Eyes. This doesn't cover grief or loss, but it does cover a heavy topic, which is like internalized racism, and like also kind of like pretty privilege, and like people, how much fucks people give about each other. So it was good. I remember really liking it, and I really like how the story unfolded. Like, it was very unlike anything I've read before. So that was cool. And then I also have The Outsiders. I don't know if the prose in this were particularly good, but I remember it talks about grief. So, you know, kind of the opposite of, I don't think the prose were bad. Kind of like the opposite of why I picked Kin Leo for this one. But also, like, They both do really fit, I think. This has one of those fancy edges. I think I annotated in pencil this one, and that is not what I normally do. Of course. Okay. Fall is back to school season. Share a nonfiction that taught you something new. Okay. I don't read nonfiction. I have read over 100 books at this point this year, and not one of them that I have completed has been a nonfiction. I will complete one by the end of the year because I'm doing it for school, for my creative writing class, but I normally don't read nonfiction. If I want to find something out, I will watch a YouTube video. However, we are here doing this, so I'm going to start by naming the one that I've actually finished, and that is Pure. I don't really know that there's anything, like, it talks about purity culture and, like, finding a balance in that, and I don't think we live in a culture, in purity culture anymore, but it was pretty interesting to read, I remember. But I read this because one of my major life concerns is picking my husband, and I know as a child with divorced parents that my chances of getting a divorce are higher. I also know that it sucks living in a family with not good relationships, so that is a concern of mine. I've read this book, I've started a couple others, but yeah. Then I also picked Boundaries. That's one that I actually enjoyed and had a really nice time reading. And then I also put Brother Lawrence's Letters. I did not like reading this, but the impact those had on my life was so big. Brother Lawrence talks about the idea of thinking and praising God in everything you do. That's why he likes to peel potatoes so much. And it's really important because his letters are so repetitive, and it's like, I know you already said that, but it hammers in your head. And now, like, at least once a week, I'm like, Brother Lawrence it in my church notes, so. And then I also have Principles of Likability by Patrick King. I did not finish this book. This is the only nonfiction that I'm listing that I didn't finish. But let me share this fun fact with you. When you're talking to someone, okay, they ask you a question like, oh, they say something to you, right? Like, oh, that's a cute dress. You can go. And you can respond and say, thank you. And then you stop the conversation. Or you can respond and say, thank you. I got it at Walmart. Or with me, a lot of times say, oh, I made it. I make most of my dresses sometimes. But yeah. So there is that little fun thing. You gotta like add something to your answer, like yes and thank you and no but, no and yes but, like add the and or the but to that, and then it will open the door to more conversation. And that's been really helpful, and I try to do that when I'm talking. And I think it helps people know me better because I have a really hard time talking about myself. She wouldn't tell on the YouTube channel because it's just me. Number 4. In order to keep warm, it's good to spend some time with the people you love. You know, a fictional family or a friend group that you would want to be a part of. I don't have an answer for this. I literally have never thought, oh, I want to be friends with these people, or I want them to be my family. So I'm just putting Little Women. I feel like this is the most basic answer, and like, if you haven't read it, then you'll get those vibes. And if you have, you've gotten those vibes. So yeah, even like I get why people want to be a part of that family. Okay, number 5. The colorful leaves are piling up. Show a stack of books of fall colors. Let me show you my stack. Here's my stack. This is The Tower Princess, a bunch of short stories, a poem collection, Court of Rosaline's Gardens, Torret, and Fairy Tale. these ones are the winners. This one makes me think of November. It's just very November. Like, it's cold and chilly, but it's got the warmth too. Like, that's November. But this one, I mean, look at those orange trees. So fall. This is a Rapunzel retelling. I don't know what fairy tale's about. I haven't read it. Those books I'm not going to put away right now. Okay. 6. Fall is the perfect time for storytelling. Share a book that with someone telling a story. I can only think, once again, Emily Wilde. And this one, I'm holding up the second book, but she has some experts where she, like, talks about, like, fairy lore. And those are pretty interesting. Maybe read Vampires Don't Die. I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, and then we have The Nights Are Getting Darker. Share a dark and creepy read. I put 2 books for this one. I've got Starlight, which it's just like my vibe of, like, I just get spooky vibes from it. And then The Cruel Prince. Trying to see if someone was there. Doesn't seem like it. I don't know if The Cruel Prince fits this, but this is what I think of. I don't read very many creepy books, so I'm not very helpful for this category. I'm gonna wait to put that one away. But this one can go. Okay, and then we have The Days Are Getting Colder. Name a heartwarming book to warm you up. I have this one, and I was supposed to grab this one. So we've got Howl's Moving Castle. I just read it. It's very cozy, very fun. You should read. And then, oh yeah, Atwater. This just gives me the giggles so much. Also, probably My Happy Marriage. And Free Run. Man, you guys getting bonus ones. But yeah, would recommend those. And then finally, we have Fall Returns Every Year. What do you want to reread? So I got Ella Enchanted. I have Sands of Deceit on there again. Starlight and 10,000 Stitches. So yeah, those are all the books that I wanted to talk about today. So yeah, thank you for watching this. Thank you to all the authors for writing these books, and thank you to all the people who showed me these books and who provided these books for me. And thank you to you for watching this video, and I hope to see you later. Bye!